Well. Yeah, sometimes the other day when I went to the store, to the supermarket, and then there was an article about, you know what, guys? It's Teddy Ruxpin. I knew there was something clever of this idea of Teddy Ruxpin. Do you remember this? I remember this talking bear. You put a tape that he told the stories and stuff. You know, it'll be cool because there's a company in Japan that they have this concept of this teddy bear that could talk on the phone. Well, this could be the new idea that this company could bring this thing back, and you have for the Android phones and iPhones to have the Teddy Ruxpin app. If you bring back Teddy Ruxpin, and what Teddy Ruxpin would do is that if they just put the stories for the Apple and iPhone, and then you put it on the Teddy Ruxpin, Teddy Ruxpin works telling the stories, it would be awesome. Even though I never had Teddy Ruxpin, the real one, I just have one that dances around, but you know, I can remember Teddy Ruxpin. You know, and the Teddy Ruxpin app and the Teddy Ruxpin bear, even though it's going to be developed by a Japanese company that already have this concept of Teddy Ruxpin, it'll be awesome. It'll be so awesome. But in a way, talking about the going to New York, and then just read this article, the flaws of the 787 jetliner, the Dreamliner. Okay, this is just jokes about it, but you know, there's a name. All you Jets fans, please don't get pissed off. You know, even though, but people that are in the Jets suck bandwagon, even though I know what I'm making this joke, you know what you call a 787 Dreamliner? The New Yorker. Why is it called the New Yorker? Because this plane has so many recalls. Alright, seriously, this plane has recalls, and that a Japanese airline. This is freaking ridiculous, Boeing. You know, Boeing. What are you gonna do? Let Japanese manufacturers make a better plane? Yeah, probably Airbus might have an idea. Oh yeah, let's open a factory in Fukuoka, Japan, and make Airbus planes over there. Yeah, and then this would be like, damn it. And then this is like, darn, it is like, this is why the 787 has recalled. This is why calling the Dreamliner 787 the New Yorker is because of the New York Jets. The New York Jets suck, and that's just a joke. And you know what you call a fleet of Boeing 787 airlines? A whole lineup fleet of 787 Boeing Dreamliners. You know what you call them? A lineup of 787 Boeing Dreamliners? New York Jets. Why? Because they suck. That's why those planes has recalls. They suck. Jets, suck. Suck. Because New York Jets perform the same quality. That's why the 787 recalls as the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, because of a battery flaw. Yeah, there was a battery flaw. That's why it's called 787. Lineup of planes are called New York Jets. It's called the New Yorker. What else do you call the 787? Yeah, this might be another joke about 787's Dreamliners as being New York Jets because they suck, because of battery flaw, or even more flaws than that. You know, it even called it Yeah, the New Yorker and Dreamliner. Well, why is it called the Dreamliner? Because it says that the Jets dreamlining of winning a Super Bowl. That's why. That's why, because the planes suck. It's a jet. It's a New York Jets. That's why the whole lineup of Boeing's 787 Dreamliners are called New York Jets, because they suck. And then this is freaking ridiculous what Boeing has done. It is going to be this. And in a whole lineup of this. If Honda makes a an airplane that want to compete against the Dreamliner, I bet it's gonna be safer than the 787 Dreamliner. Well, if Toyota makes it, it's gonna be safer than the 787 Dreamliner, because it shows the approval that the Japanese could make a superior airplane than Boeing, and safer than Boeing, and make it better. Even probably the Chinese, probably the Koreans. Well, the Koreans, well, it will have the same quality. If Hyundai makes it, it will have the same quality as the 787 Dreamliners with the same flaws, because it's Korean. If it's Japanese, it'll be safer. Use an ion lithium battery. I think if it's made by a Japanese company of the airplane, it'll surpass and even what Boeing going to be. They're going to be rejects. Qantas, an Australian airliner, will have this thing, is that if they have 787 jetliners, well, say good day, mate. We only trust Japanese liners, because we are approved safety standards. Oh yeah, that's right. They're probably going to use Japanese manufacturers to use jetliners for Qantas, because the 787 suck, and that because they don't pass the safety standards of Qantas. That's why it's going to be rejected, and this is what it is. Qantas. Why will Qantas choose Japanese? Because it's safe, because it meets the requirements what Boeing has filled with the 787s. It's just quite simple. It's going to be freaking ridiculous. The most dangerous airline in the world with more crashes will be Korean Air, because they're going to use their own airplanes made by their own company. Going to have the same problems as the 787s, but they're going to be Hyundais, and they're going to have more accidents than any other airline in the world. And then, well, the Japanese manufacturer could be Honda, could be Toyota. They're making those planes. It's going to be used by Qantas. It's going to be used even by Japan's own airline. Maybe Airbus could be used. Probably having a collaboration with Airbus and Nissan Airbus. Building a factory in Fukuoka, Japan, to make a series of Airbus planes for Japanese airlines to use Airbus, and then it'd be like safer than the Boeings, 787s, and this is what it is. And you know what else? JetBlue have made freaking mistakes using the wrong plane as the New York Jets. The only airplane that represents the New York Jets is called the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, because it sucks, because it has recalls, burn out batteries. The ion batteries don't work very well. That's why it's called the New York Jets with those airplanes. And that's just, remember about 787 jokes. It's like people in New York Giants games, people right here in Miami, Florida, with the Miami Dolphins. You know what you have to gel for the New York Jets? 787, 787, 787, 787. Why 787? Because the Boeing 787 suck. It has flaws with the batteries. It has so many flaws because the Boeing 787s represents the New York Jets. This is just saying that New York Jets sucks. It's like saying the same thing Jets sucks. Jet. He's like that, but say Jets suck. Jets 787. Jets suck. Jets 787. And that's why the 787 has a perfect name to be called the New Yorker, because it represents the New York Jets, because it has so many flaws that the planes suck. And then it's gonna be ridiculous with the 787 jokes putting on New York Jets fans. You know, that's what it's called. The main thing is that's why you call the 787 the Dreamliner New Yorker, because of the Dreamliner New Yorker represents the New York Jets. A whole lineup of 787 airplanes that suck are called New York Jets because Jets suck. Isn't that right? This is what it is with the 787 scheme used in Giants games and Dolphins games in Miami, or just to bring about it. You know, the main thing is that if Boeing doesn't have to catch up, I think Honda or some other Japanese manufacturer that make airplanes. What if Toyota makes airplanes? What if Mitsubishi makes airplanes? They'll put Boeing out of business in 1, 2, 3. That's it. And I think that's the only answer I got. If a Hyundai makes airplanes, they will be performing the same quality as 787s because it's Korea. And Airbus maintain their quality. Even it's a European company, and they're gonna make something new. If they have plans to build a factory in Japan with the collaboration with Nissan, it will be settle up a factory in Fukuoka, Japan. Like Airbus will hire people in Fukuoka, Japan, even though it's a European company. But some Airbus planes used for Japanese airlines will be manufactured in Fukuoka, Japan. You know, seriously, you know, it seems like the Japanese will take over the airliner business of the airplane business for the airliners, so that Qantas might just have 0% of purchasing Boeing planes, because most of their airplanes will be made in Japan, maybe except for an Airbus, or if they make an Airbus from that Fukuoka factory, then 0% of their airplanes that Qantas will be used are made in America, and 100% of the airplanes that Qantas will use will be made in Japan, because the Japanese manufacturers will be the only ones, except for Airbus, that Qantas would approve. And that's it. So hope you enjoyed the video, and so long everybody. Peace out.